Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. In today's show, Camera Tuesday, we're going to talk about Insta360 Luna Ultra, a very weird name, but let's dive deep into it. So this is first gimbal camera from Insta360. There are gimbal camera and DJI made this ecosystem in 2018. That was the original OG. It did work. It was like, whoa, it's actually more useful than people realize rather than just a gimmick, because here's the deal. How can you beat a normal GoPro or action camera? Make it far more convenient, make it far more hands-free. Add a gimbal that gives you stabilization that no action camera can do, that gives you flexibility, framing, all those ability that made it unique, and people bought it and it was like, hey, it's actually useful. So fundamentally it worked. Now Insta360 is bringing their own offering here, and they are working with Leica Samoronic lenses, as in lens design and the color algorithms and the color scenes and all that. They are being developed by Leica, and Insta360 is the hardware developer, so to say, and they are going all out. Everything in this, again, it is expensive. Don't think too much about it. It is expensive. However, every aspect of this camera has been elevated, as in they're not trying to be just the next thing. It's just like elevated, as in like try to push it. Exact same philosophy as I seen in their basically last week's video of their microphone. Insta360 microphone is not just an average microphone. They put their effort into it. Same goes here. There is enough effort into it that it's elevated. It's fundamentally different than DJI Osmo. You may like DJI Osmo, you may like the quality of it, but again, you would not be able to deny that this does do things fundamentally differently. For example, the biggest thing is twin lens system. Basically, they are trying to replicate what your mobile phone has. So they are doing the twin lens system here, and they are the first in twin lens. There is a rumor, there is designs, there are leaks that DJI also has a Pro series 4 Pro that has dual lens, but they have not released it yet. They did, and I don't think that was designed very early on, because this has feature set that makes that dual lens result will not be that great. Like, it won't be bad, it just won't be whoa. So it almost feels like, again, every company worked their ass off to figure out what other company is making. So it almost feels like they were working on it. DJI Osmo detected that they are working on it. They started to work their own. So let's see how it unfolds. So what's the core? Core is big sensors. Now let that be very clear. These numbers like 1-inch sensor, 1.5-inch sensor does not mean anything, simply because we are not knowing the full data. How the heck they are measuring it? Are they measuring the active area or false area? Yes, Sony, that's how they claimed they have 1-inch sensor on mobile phone. It was not true 1 inch. They figured out a tricky mathematics, so to say. So fundamentally speaking, it's a meaningless number unless you know the square mm of how much surface area is active. But again, what does this number mean? This simply means it's not the smallest sensor. It's somewhat a decent sized sensor. And they have pro level Qualcomm 4nm SoC. This is a big deal. That's why I'm saying, like, they are not only working with Leica, they are also working with Qualcomm. Generally, companies make their own SoC. They will say like 4nm, 2nm, but they will not say who is making the SoC, because it's their custom. Like GoPro has their custom SoC. Here they worked with Qualcomm. And yes, Qualcomm does make great SoC, but they are expensive AF. So going to them is like, that means they are very confident they're gonna sell enough units of it to justify it. And again, Qualcomm does have some, let's just say, AI coloring agents that are very good. So that's what we are having here. If you take a photo with this, you are gonna get 33 megapixel photo. Although weird part is it's only 8-bit. I'm like, why? But it is, and you can go up to 8K 30 FPS. Why 30 FPS only? I do not know. Most likely they're like, if they made it more, battery drain would be too high, or overheating might be an issue. Because again, 360 camera companies figured out 8K very long ago, figured out 8K 60 FPS very long ago. They had to, otherwise the sphere would be too low resolution. So 8K 30 is almost like some sort of constraint. Like, again, most likely the SoC will become too expensive. 4K 120 FPS, which is decent. Full HD 240 FPS, which again is a real hideous, like hideous bad, as in like, dude, like it should not be this bad, but it is for some reason. Thankfully 10-bit. Dolby Vision. That's why I'm saying, like, somebody is spending money. Leica partnership is not cheap. Going to Qualcomm, really not cheap. Dolby Vision certification. I bought this TV only for that. You have to understand, normal HDR is simply you have a video file and it has a metadata tag. adjust the screen like this for optimum viewing. But again, every video file or every stream gets one tag. But when you're talking about HDR 10 plus and Dolby Vision, the unique point of these things were they have metadata per frame, as in every frame gets a metadata tag, as in adjust the display like this. For example, in certain scenes, they can have a metadata, please reduce the saturation, please increase the brightness, please reduce the brightness. So that allows far more what you call truer to life scene adjustment frame by frame. That's why I bought this Dolby Vision system. Expensive as hell, but again, they are working on it. iPhone supports it. Most modern TVs have it. Not all TV have it, but like you should be able to find it. The color space, again, the color space expands. So Rec 709 will not work. It has to be Rec 2020. They have 2020. Again, all these things are expensive. Their microphone audio support is 32-bit. Unfortunately, their site itself is not very clear. Is it 32-bit linear or 32-bit float? My money is on float because they are featuring Insta360 wireless mic, which is 32-bit float. So it does not make sense that will be float, this will be not float. Why? So my money is that it is float, which again would be like, damn. That would be the first time I'm saying, which again, that's my dream. It's like I should not have 32-bit in my camera. Right now, the closest we have is in Sony, where you can have 32-bit digital to analog conversion, analog to digital conversion once, like my mouse to digital data. Then it transmits into the receiver. Receiver digitally never converts it again into physical. Transmit it via a hot shoe directly into the camera into using a 24-bit bus. So again, it does have enough wiggle room, and thankfully, because it's a digital pipeline, you can even send 4 microphones. So that is there, but 32 does not go, which is frustrating given the fact that Sony has camera that can do 32-bit, Nikon has camera that can do 32-bit, Panasonic has camera that can do 32-bit, but you can't inject 32-bit properly. So this is what I wanted. It's like, hey, we have microphone 32-bit. What if it was transmitting that 32-bit and it's not very big bit depth, so to say, as in like it's barely 2 megabytes per second. Like your Bluetooth can transmit that much. So that is there. Wireless microphone is pre-built into this, as in like you plonk out the screen. That screen is not only a remote and a screen, it also has a microphone. Somebody was putting some serious effort into it. So just on that the fact it's a remote controller that you control with a screen, and it's a gimbal, you have a microphone on it. Damn. Onboard storage is also there. Most likely it's a 62 gigabyte of NMC, or maybe even SSD. And 47 GB is usable storage. That gives you 3 hours of recording. Now, this is one thing that I have to say. Everything here is grand, like, 10 bits, whoa, log file, whoa, like, Dolby Vision certification, damn, Rec 2020, whoa. The moment it comes to the bit rate, as in like, what is the bit rate of the video file, that's 100. That's not, whoa, that's like, really? That's it? Like, come on. Now, let that be very clear. It does look good simply because I'm pretty sure SOC is doing hundreds of computation and crunching. And be mindful, Fuji films that GFX series movie cam, like Eterna 65, that also does something similar to this. They compress the hell, because like you gonna do that in your computer. I can do that in my SOC itself. So something is there happening, but you can't get like a really juicy file out of it. And they have also worked with Academy Color Science, which is ACES workflow. Yeah, it's a professional workflow academic system. And they also make sure that software supports it, which is DaVinci Resolve. They are burning money on all cylinders. Like either they are way too confident or somebody injected too much cash into it. Going through this many extra add-ons just on the partnership alone will cost a lot. Now we come to the extra bells and whistle. That's the core of bells and whistle. This is extra. Now, funny things is they have introduced the fact that like the biggest issue right now we have is that you are seeing the world through your mobile phone. You are not in the scene. Like there are actual people who went into basically, let's just say a tourism spot or like a holiday, but they can't feel or recall any thing that happened. Why? Because every time they were doing this, they were seeing the world through the screen. So they've solved the issue. It's like, hey, what if you just have your pendant has the gimbal, and you put just a headphone, a simple headphone. That headphone tracks your basically skull movement. Based on that, it moves the gimbal. Gimbal has the movement, your head has the movement, and you just have hands-free experience. Like in this was the funniest one, but they had like in their site, guy is like, going to meet his girlfriend and is like, bouquet of flowers, looking into a flower and is like looking at her. It's like, I'm like, that's unique. Although alignment is the issue, it's like it's a bit lower alignment wise, but okay. So, and the fact that it has onboard storage, which again more and more becoming normal, which is a good thing, and support of 1 TB card, which again you would be shocked how many action cameras still does not do that. Not a lot, but some do, which is frustrating that you can buy 1 TB card. And focus on usability, not on hot specs. That's the good aspect of it. They're like, hey, what do you need? Do you need 8K 60 FPS or do you need a goddamn wireless microphone? 100% of the time you need wireless microphone. So that is a very, what you call, thoughtful engagement. It's like, do you need like a this or that, or do you need good color science that works on your display? Good. Okay, do you need like, log files, or do you need like, high bitrate log file, or do you need a proper way of working with it in DaVinci Resolve? So everything in this is more like, I know what people need rather than let's just give all the specs. So, and having actual good low light, which again, I'm pretty sure it's Qualcomm's magic sauce that they are having. If the painting that SoC is drawing on system is good enough and it's beating full frame, let that be very clear. Beating full frame, as in if I directly give you the file coming out of your full frame versus coming out this sort of camera, this is horrifyingly close and horrifyingly better. Let that be very clear. The frame is not better because it can't be. Physics does not allow it to be. It's just that AI knows what it should look like. So AI repaints everything, and now the paintings are like good enough. It has the texture, it has the feel where it's like, can't complain about it. I mean, like, you can, but it's just complaining for complaining's sake. So that breaks the low light barrier of the camera, which if turns out to be true, this will be the era where things change. Like fundamentally, you could have easily told, spread apart which camera is cheap camera, which is a quality camera with good lens, simply because of low light. Everything else, like if you are in broad sunlight, the gap is very small. Now, look, I can watch it in like 200-inch screen and tell apart. Of course you can. I'm talking about a mobile phone. In mobile phone, most people can't tell the difference. And again, it has been true for quite some time. Now they are touching that low light barrier. That's the final recipe for cameras like my A7 Mark V with 24 to 70 f2.8G Master 2. If this camera, like right out of the box, cannot give me a footage that bitch slaps this in low light, what's the goddamn point of this? I'm like, okay, but it's true, more authentic, does not matter. I need the footage. It is reaching that point where it's like, oh, I hope that they are lying or messing up the test, because if it is true, I feel like stupid burning so much money on this. But again, this is good development. I was expecting this, but damn. So basically, this is the footage that I was like talking about. I have linked the potato jet video, and low light scene is here. The Canon R6 is there. Low light scene is here. Sony FX3 is there, and both are using f2.8 lens. f2.8 lens fully opened with 1/50th of a shutter and full frame. Yeah, it's not looking good. Like the ISO noise is bad. Basically, again, let that be very clear. I'm pretty sure if you can get the raw data from the sensor of this, it will be 10 times worse. But because it has two of them, I'm pretty sure it's doing differential calculation. And it knows that a stop sign should look like this. It knows how it should look like. So it is painting it over. It detects that there are wires. It's like it paints it like this. Basically, it's doing selective noise reduction in precise ways and color enhancement in precise enough ways where it's like, this is what a good, very sensitive camera will see. I can't complain at that point in time. Like, you can't even see the dog in the Sony footage, and here you can see, and I'm like, damn. This changes the game. Let that be very clear. For casual shooting, for most people, if this sort of reviews have been replicated across the board, which they have, but again, it is expensive camera, so I'm not expecting too many people to buy it. But if this is true, it's a game changing in 2026, meaning next 4 years, like by the time 2030 happens, there will not be any reason to buy something like this. Like we'll actually have that magical technology of Star Wars, where they had like, goggles like this, and it could just like zoom to the goddamn outer space. Same thing. It's like, oh yeah, it's a tiny sensor. How does it low light? Don't worry about it. AI can see, it can paint what it needs, what we need to see. So that's a very good thing, because be mindful, not only if this is expensive, isn't that just negates the point? It's sub $1,000. You have to spend a lot of money to get a full frame camera, a bonkers amount of money to get any kind of good decent lens, and then you need a very skilled operator to get underwhelming result. Yes, you can refine it. Yes, you can do control it and all that. That's great, but 90% of the time that is not needed. And this whole what you call resting spot that people have is that, like, it looks good, it only looks good in social media. That's where most of your money is coming from. It does not matter anything else. Heck, I'm not even sure why this happened, but right now you can watch almost all movies in shorts. Like, they have one clip, second clip, third clip, for like you can watch the whole movie. So this is a big deal, like genuinely big deal. And again, I'm pretty sure basically DJI Osmo camera that has two on screen does not have this wireless remote thing. So, and again, if this part works, the fact that they are working with Leica, the fact that they are working with Qualcomm, the fact that they are working with DaVinci Resolve, the fact that they are actually working with Dolby Vision for all that color science, that's damn. So again, this was the shocking thing, because so far, till my whole career of like 7 years of YouTube, I've never seen any action camera that you cannot tell that is a goddamn action camera. Never ever we had a confusion if you did side by side. This is the first time people are having confusion. And again, let that be very clear. As I know physics, it cannot happen. The only way this can happen is the AI knows what you need to see. Again, this is a very unique difference between American company like Apple and Chinese company. Apple is like natural skin, how you truly are. Chinese company, yo ugly, yes, beautify it. We're gonna select and again, it's always a girl. They select the girl skin, okay, highlight the skin, highlight it, soften this part. I'm like, and this show the slider is like, and these are models. These are good looking women, and they're like, yeah, we need to beautify it. I'm like, damn. That's funny. But yeah, I have to say, this could be the start of a change where people are like, there is no point of buying this sort of camera. Like, fundamentally, there is not. They are idiotically expensive. They never progressed beyond 1980, and it's just painful. Like, it's painful to deal with this. And these camera companies are like, okay, we know what customer needs. I'm like, we are working on it. So this was my presentation on this Luna Ultra camera. Hopefully you have liked it, learned from it. In that case, please hit the like button, share it amongst your friends. That will help me a lot. If you didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, I urge you to press dislike, press it twice to show me disappointment. Please leave a comment because I do try to reply to all of them. Subscribe, press the bell icon if you're free. And as always, thanks for watching.